you know you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, dope. 'Cause you.
All right, I know I look dusty, but this is my little moment off work. Excuse my background. Well, you could excuse it or not excuse it. It really don't matter no more. So yeah, I am here today. I gotta fix my little ponytail because this shit's irritating. Yeah, I tried to do a 1-2 yesterday and get my life together and look beautiful and look pretty while I was at work, and I had the day from hell yesterday. I ain't even about to lie. I've been down here doing crafts and stuff. I said I want to do something with a phone case, so I got my phone case right here. She cute, right? Hold on. It won't. There it is. So yeah, that's my phone case. I'm still working on it. That should take forever. And I got like, I spilled rhinestones and stuff every day I'm gonna wear. It's a myth. It's a myth. Also today, I finally did my very first crochet crop top. And it actually fits me, okay? So I got tired of, what is the word? I got tired of little crop tops that were meant for the smaller chi-chis. So that's one thing I got going on. And then what else? I got so much, okay? So I try to keep myself busy and craft, and I was about to cuss. I try to craft and stuff. This trash. I gotta clean my desk off. But I got me some new UV DCF transfers for cups, like the cold ones. So I got one. This is pharmacy because I work for a pharmacy. And then this one says pharmacy tech. Yeah, this one says pharmacy tech, but it's just so cute. And then we got the one that say nurse life. Wait, no, it just says nurse. So this one right here, it just says nurse with all of the scrubs and stuff on there. This is the one that say nurse life, and this one has a male figure. And then we have nurse life with a female figure. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I got those. And then I got these little itty bitty, because I make little tumblers and stuff, but I don't have the time to be doing I don't know. I just get tired of doing it with my Cricut. My Cricut be acting stupid anyway, so yeah. And then I got these little, like, these are for mugs, because I do little mini mugs too. Yeah, there's too many of these, but I got a lot of these. These are the little ones for my mugs. So as you can see, life is all over the place. Like I said, I gotta clean my desk off today. I have to get myself together today. I got up early yesterday and got myself together yesterday. However, I had like a mini meltdown or breakdown because I don't know, it's like this, my grieving process. Like, it's been 2 years. In December, it'll be 3 years since my dad's been gone. However, like yesterday, I just had like a meltdown because my oldest got his senior picture proofs back, and I looked at it and I was just like so proud. Like, I don't know, as a mom, when your kid gets to that point to graduate high school, and then on top of it, I did not graduate high school. I dropped out when I was 16 years old. So this is a good moment for me as a mom. I did go back to school, you know, later on. I got my GED and everything like that, but it's just like I didn't go through all of the steps and the stuff that he went through. I never took SATs like he did. So it was just like I just had like the proudest moment ever. And not saying that my dad had favorites with my kids. However, my oldest, you know, that's firstborn grandson of his only child. So it was like, that was his baby, you know, he's the first one to get spoiled and everything. So, yeah, I had like a little, I kind of started crying because it was just like, this was something that he really wanted to see. Like he said it all the time. He's like, I'm gonna be at his graduation. I don't care what I gotta do to get to Texas. He was like, I'm gonna be at his graduation. He was just like, I want to be the one to teach him how to drive. When he starts driving, he could have my car, because my dad had a convertible Mustang. It was blue with the black convertible top, and the inside was like gray. Like, it reminds you of Dallas Cowboys colors. However, he was a Washington, they the Commanders, but when I grew up, they was the Redskins. So yeah, he was a Washington Redskins fan, but he loved that car. So it was just like, all of it hit me that I was just like, dang, you know, he's just not here. Like, in the beginning, I'm gonna tell you this, in the beginning of it, when he first passed away, it got to the point where I didn't want to be in the house by myself. So on my days off, what I would do, I would just like drive my car, and I wasn't even spending money. I would drive my car and sit in the parking lot of like Walmart or Target, like sit in the back of the parking lot. And I would just sit in my car, cry until I fell asleep, and then come home when it was time for the kids to come home. Like, that's how bad it was in the beginning. I had a lot of grief, and it comes at you in stages and waves. I was trying to fight it for so long. You know, it was like, you try to fight it, you try to like push everything down. Then once you push it down, it's just like, it's building. So when it comes out, it's just like, ugh. Like, it's just so much that I wish I could have done differently. And it's a lot of guilt. I do suffer from depression. Well, I suffer from depression anyway, being as though I'm a domestic violence survivor. So I have a lot of PTSD. I do suffer from depression. So with me losing my father, it kind of just like piled everything on. Now, before then, I was just like going through talk therapy. So the talk therapy, it was good at a point, but like I said, when you suffer a loss like this, and you know, it was just a real close loss, I kind of was fighting it. However, you know, my doctor said I should take antidepressant medication. Like, they put me on medication. They titrated me up on one medication like until it maxed out, and then they put me on something else. So it was to the point where like I just felt like the medicine was just like, I don't know, I just couldn't feel. That's how I felt. I couldn't feel. Like, I just didn't react. I just stopped reacting to stuff. Like, it was like that. Like, you would think that I didn't care. I really did care, but however, it was just like the emotion was just like stuck. It wouldn't come out. Like, it's just stuck in there. Like, bitch, come out. But yeah, I got a lot of guilt, and that is from people. Is someone at my door? What you want? I'm recording. Okay, sorry about that. Now, had a moment to, girl child was in here, so back to what I was saying. There was a lot of guilt that I had behind that passing, because it was just like, I didn't get the opportunity to grieve. When you're dealing with someone that you think you can trust, that is close to you, however, they want to drain everything that, you know, you have in you, it was pretty much I had a bad spirit around me. Okay, I'll just say that. I had a bad spirit around me, and that bad spirit was just like, you gotta be there for me. You gotta be there for me. You gotta be there for me. And I'm like, who's gonna be there for me? You know? So it was just like, I had to be that strong one, you know? Had to keep a cool face, cool, calm, and collected. Got kids. Gotta, you know, have a house. Have to take care of the house on top of working in customer service. So I got to deal with these ignorant people that want to drain your energy anyway. So there's a lot going on. And then you got somebody in your circle that is just like, now, me. And I even got a text message one time talking about something. Like, I said, you know what? You going to talk to me like this? cool, I'm not going to accept it. And the first thing I don't get a response of, I'm sorry for how I made you feel or whatever. I got a response of, it's always about you and how you feel. So with that being said, I'm just like, you know what? I put hanging out with my dad, his last moments, to party with you, to do this for you, to hang out with you, to come to you when you have problems. So that shit, excuse me, that built up in me. And that is one thing that I just like will never regret. Like, I have my moments where I kind of slip into it, thinking about all of the time that I wasted, that I could have had. At the same time, I didn't know that those were the last moments. So it's just like, now I just like cherish every moment with everybody. So that's why I got a lot going on. That's why I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of crafts to kind of keep my mind busy. Like, I even did these stupid, but they warm now, don't get me wrong. The girlies talk mad smack about these crochet flip-flops. However, these cute little around the house shoes, just put them on. They warm. I'm not going to show them on my feet because my toes ain't done. So I ain't going to show them on my feet, but they keep my feet warm. Shoot, these some cute little around the house shoes. I mean, I got them in green, but I was like, oh, I'm going to make them in another color, like brown, to match my nightgown and stuff. But yeah, that's all I'm doing. I got 2.5 hours before I got logged back on. So yeah, but I just wanted to be consistent. I wanted to post something today. So like, comment on this video, because again, the more likes I get, the more comments I get, the more subscribers that I get, I am going to feel comfortable enough to like tell the whole story. And this whole story, it's a lot of details, and there's some things that you might want to kind of listen to because maybe you going through it or not, but definitely, yeah. So like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow me on, I'm more active on my TikTok. However, I'll leave the link to my IG as well, and talk to y'all later.